All right, so you see this book right here. This is a book that I found interesting. I had to get it. Um, because a lot of people in the black community, they struggle with porn addiction. So this book right here should be able to guide you through some of the things that you may be going through that you necessarily don't want to open up with anyone um, who may be suffering from this epidemic here. This is all throughout the black community where people are doing high levels of porn, as far as the women being loose, you know. So it's like when you look at the black community, right, and you ask them, what brings you to the conclusion that uh, you're struggling with an addiction. It can be anything, any type of addiction, right? Um, that you necessarily don't want to talk to anyone about. Um, you can see like the women, they're highly sexual. The women are highly sexualized. The men are highly sexualized. You know, before you even get to meet someone, right? You even get to talk to someone about, what they have going on. The women, even the men, right? The women would persuade you to do something for them by the guise of, offering a favor for money. That's not good as far as like community and spirit, and especially children. That's not good. The men, the first thing they notice about a woman is how voluptuous she is. It isn't the fact that what is your education level, what degrees do you have, where are you stationed at, your home, do you have a farm, do you have children, how are these things going for you? The first thing they want to know is, before they even get to know you, they want to know, are you into oral pleasures? Are you into different types of, sexual innuendos, if you will? They want to know, you know, how many men do you like? Are you polygamous? Are you polyandrous? These are the things that they want to know. So, like, you live in a black community, you're going to see a lot of different things you don't want to see. And, this book right here, if you just go into it, right, they have a child right here on the page. And it says right across in bold letters, hope for healing is in sight, and then it goes on to read. I know that parents can become educational parents who go on to teach and support their children and successfully free themselves from the quicksand of pornography pool. And it's not necessarily easy, but it can be done. Children are exposed to pornography at an early age. At an early age, especially if you have like an older brother or you have an older sister, the child is not supposed to see the things that they see, given the fact that, that stage of life they're exploring. The child is not to see the other person exploring in the attitude of, you know, bringing women around who may be in heat, bringing men around, who may be over revitalized. So this is a book you want to get. And like, you got a 13-year-old, you got a 14-year-old freshman in high school, their hormones are starting to work out. Get them this book right here, get them this book. When I bought this book, right, the lady, she was curious as to how I was buying it. And I'm just thinking like, I need to see what's in this book, because if I'm going to help people, I need to be able to know what it is that I need to know in order to give them the message, and this is like the first time I'm actually opening this book online to see other people can necessarily gravitate to it, but learn from it. So, the exercise on the following page can help a child identify feelings they have before they turn to pornography and what they can do instead. This example is filled in with trigger ideas. A blank copy of the exercise can be found in the back of the book. So ask your child questions. Ask your teenager questions. Ask them, are they exploring yet? Great peace, Yakoki.